Why is it important to you that you capture your audience's attention in the first minute of your meeting, your training, or your speech? In this video, I'm going to share with you how I've fundamentally changed openings for meetings, speeches, and trainings, and how you can do the same thing to create real great transformation. But before I get into it, I want to ask you to pause the video and type in the comments below. Why is it important to you? What would it do for you, for the people that you bring together, maybe for your business, for the impact of the work that you're doing in the world? Why is it important to you that you really capture your audience's attention in that first minute? Well, hey there, my name is Josh Friberg, and I am a certified Xchange guide. And what we do is design and facilitate conscious gatherings. It means that we specialize in releasing wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence within an organization at speed and scale. If you're interested in that kind of conversation, would love for you to subscribe to the channel and watch more of the videos that I have on how to really facilitate great gatherings with your people. Well, today we're going to talk about how to open an event, whether it's a speech, maybe it's like a keynote, or what I like to call an experiential keynote. Maybe it's a gathering that you have, or it could be your team meeting that you're having. Those opening few seconds and minutes are so powerful for determining the feel of the entire meeting, the outcomes that you can create, and really to allow transformation, not only in the individuals that are present, but also with the group or the team or the organism that's been created by all of us gathering. But let's talk about how openings are typically done, right? So one is like a very well-prepared opening, and maybe you would think of like a conference you've been to and there's going to be like a big, keynote speaker, right? Well, how does this all go down? First of all, an important person within the company or an important person within the event is going to go up on stage, or maybe an MC, like a professional MC, but someone that the audience already knows or has some level of comfort with is going to go up. And then they're going to tell a funny story about something they know about the speaker that's about to come on stage. And then they're going to read their resume, right? They're going to read their accolades so that people are wowed by the whiz bang award that they have and all that they've accomplished and that sort of thing. It's all about building up the reputation of the person that's coming on stage so that people are like, oh, I should listen, right? They have authority in the space. It's literally an appeal to authority, which interestingly enough, right, is a logical fallacy, but that's what we do. Then the person gets up and they either do more of the same, right? They continue to build up their accolades, maybe do it through like a story that helps you connect, and then tell you why it's important for you to listen to what they're about to share, right? Somewhere or another, they're communicating. I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes talking to you, and here's why it's important. Well, I'm kind of describing it in a pretty, you can tell, kind of a skeptical way. But there's a reason I'm doing that is that I think what's actually happening in the psychology of our audiences anymore, that fundamentally, right, don't trust authority at a high level, and also are overwhelmed with entertainment options. And most of what, passes for like keynote speaking, I think is entertainment more than it is transformation or education. But so that formula is not working anymore for our people. The other thing is, if I tell you the reason it's really important to be here is because it's going to help you with, be happier in your work, you might be like, I'm not interested in that. That's not what I came for. And you'll dismiss everything the speaker has to say after that. So instead, what I want to invite you to do, I want to suggest that you do, is to open your session with a question. Is that you open your session with a question and not a rhetorical question. An actual question that you want to hear the responses from, that you are willing to learn from, and that you can actually begin the process of transformation for the people in the audience? Well, it's a question that you've already heard a version of, because it's how I started this video. I actually invited you into an experience as much as is possible in this, medium of YouTube, is I invited a question and asked you to pause the video and type in the comments section. When we open with a question like this and actually give people time and space to respond to the question, we've already begun to engage their learning. And we've shifted the emphasis from I'm here to give you my intelligence. We've shifted the emphasis to, hey, you already have something valuable to bring to this room. I'd love to hear about it. One of the ways that we often guide a question like this within the exchange approach is we'll ask this opening question. We'll give people time to reflect on it, maybe take some notes, journal on it, and then we'll immediately move them into a connection exercise where they're actually going to talk to other people. We're going to create a learning environment for folks where they are able to self-discover their own learnings. Here's the other cool thing about it. So everybody now has a chance to hear and be heard. Everybody has a chance to set an intention for how they want to be transformed by what's about to happen in the room. And so when you open up a meeting like this, it totally changes the meeting. From, I'm just here to sit and listen to the boss yak at me for an hour, to, I'm participating in creating the solutions that we're after. You do this for an experiential keynote, it's like, instead of, all right, well, let's see what this person has to say and whether I buy it or not, it's, I want to take full advantage of this opportunity to experience transformation or change in some area of my life. Why is it important for me to choose to be here? Right? And that's our opening question often is, why is it important that you choose to be here today? What change are you looking for? What are you hoping to learn from this session? The question I asked you is, why is it important to you to capture your audience's attention in the first minute? Right? Instead of me telling you why I think it's important, I'd love to hear your reason for why it's important to you in the work that you're doing in the world. Because so often we get up in front and we don't know how to capture people's attention. This is a great way to capture people's attention. And then here's the other big benefit to opening with a question. After we've given them a chance to reflect, had a chance to connect with the other co-learners in the room, we're going to ask people to share why it's important that they came to this meeting. What is important to them about this speech that they're about to hear? All of those things allows us to deliver on what the audience is actually looking for, right? It's actual like real-time connection to the real pain points that our audience is feeling or the real change that our audience is looking to get. Well, I asked this question recently of some master facilitators, the same question I asked you. Why is it important to capture your audience's attention in the first few minutes of your gathering? And they shared some really interesting insight into this. They said one of the first things that's so important to them about capturing their audience's attention is earning the audience's trust, is earning their trust, right? A lot of times, again, we try to earn the trust with accolades and with attaboys and with that sort of thing and like elevating ourselves. They said when you give control over to the audience, when you create a non-hierarchical learning environment, I call this like a flat room, you actually create more trust, not by elevating yourself, but by elevating them, right? Not by elevating yourself, but by elevating them. This is an amazing, amazing shift in how we open up rooms. Second, they said it allows for real learning. And what the little more detail on that, when we capture our audience's attention early on, we've already started a learning process where a lot of times learning gets delayed. It's like, okay, give me the information and let me decide if I'm going to do it or not. This is so often why we see like in that passive learning model that gets used so often is that we know like only 20% of the people are actually going to go out and take action based on what was shared, right? It's like, this is so common. when we instead say, hey, what change or transformation are you looking to achieve in the next 45 minutes, the next hour, this weekend, whatever it is? And then people can set their own intention. When we invite opportunities to make commitments to action, or maybe even take action during the session, they actually will. And that can actually make big change in their life. So it allows for learning to begin immediately, right? It's teachers don't teach, right? Teachers create environments for students to learn. Teachers don't teach. Teachers create environments for students to learn. And when you design the environment correctly, learning will happen. Now, it may not be the learning you set out to share. I remember an event I just did 2 weeks ago in Alaska, and I got up and I shared, after we had done a bunch of exercises and stuff, I was like, okay, well, here's a little teaching time, and I taught for like 7 or 8 minutes, and then we said, hey, how would you apply this in your life? Got people into groups, they shared that, they made some commitments to action out of it. And then I said, well, what did you learn, in this last half hour I've been working on this? And this guy stood up and grabbed the microphone and he shared. And I was like, that's not what I said. Like, that's not what I taught. It was different. It was something unique to the room. Guess what? The whole room got to learn something new from this person. It's not always what we say that matters. It's what our audiences hear. Right? So we can transform the learning. The last thing is that opening with a question captures our audience's attention and allows for real transformation for them, right? It actually it goes from moving our people maybe a little bit incrementally to actually having like step function change within their life, within their work, within the change that we're looking to make with the groups we meet with. So what I wanted to give you as a gift here at the end, and you can decide for yourself if it's a gift or not, is I recorded a video of a recent event that I did. It was kind of an interesting event because it was a last minute thing. We said that I was talking to somebody and they're like, hey, could you come in and teach us some advanced communication techniques and advanced like time management for this group of real estate agents? And I said, great, happy to do that. It was like a 3-hour session. It was very casual, as you will see. The feel of it, the vibe we wanted for it was very casual. And then these are real estate agents. And so they're kind of used to like getting up and moving around the room, or leaving the room because it's like, oh, I have an important transaction to do. So you'll see all that in the video. But what I wanted to give you is a real example. This is going to be, it'll be edited for time, but I'm not cutting out any of the content. Like, you're going to get all my like ums and ahs and asides, and you're going to see people moving around the room. We were still trying to get the camera set up. We couldn't get into the building till late. But this is a real opening that I did using the question I shared with you, why is it important that you choose to be here? And then an opening connection exercise with everything that I do to guide that exercise to allow for the most audience participation as quickly as possible when we start an event. So enjoy that, and I'd love to see your responses to the question I gave earlier. Why is it important for you in your work to capture your audience's attention in those first few minutes? Let's get started. One of the things that I think is really important in this whole conversation around communication and time management is learning to be where you are, right? Is actually learning to be present to either the conversation that you're having with a person, right? Or if you're maybe working on other types of communication, maybe you're video recording something or you're typing out an email, to be present to that activity, which is increasingly more difficult, yes? It's also true that when we're doing like a task, it's often, we find that our minds are in 7 different places at once. And so one of the most important things that we can do is choose to be present where we are, right? Our bodies can only exist in one time and one place. And yet our minds can be in the past, they can be in the present, they can be in the future, they could be here, they could be at home, they could be all over the place. And so what I want to do to get us started is to ask you a question, and this is a great question that you can ask yourself kind of all the time. But specifically for you, I could tell you why I think this is important today, But I'd rather ask you this question, which is, why is it important that you choose to be here today? One of the words that we're trying to eliminate in our family, or phrases we're trying to eliminate in our family, is the phrase have to. Right? Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. No, you don't. We're like, but Josh, no, you have to pay taxes. No, you don't. You can live rent-free, right? 3 meals a day. You don't have to pay for housing or anything. All you have to do is stop paying your taxes. And you'll get, right, like free living for life. You don't have to do anything. Now, there's consequences for choosing to do things or not do things. I have to be at a signing. You don't have to. And here's the reason why. This is why it's so important to change this phraseology, right? Because if you have to do something, the control is outside of you. The technical language on this is the locus of control, the center of what's controlling you. I have to. Or you can choose to. You could choose to fix the clogged toilet. You can choose to, right? By the way, there's all kinds of things. You could choose to go to your kid's soccer game instead of I have to go to my kid's soccer game. You can choose to generate new business with buyers and sellers rather than, oh, I have to go find more business. It empowers us. By the way, if you have a little bit of like a rebellious spirit, this is really going to help you succeed a lot because you'll actually choose to do the things that you want to do or the things that are going to be effective for you. If you tend to bristle when you feel like somebody's telling you what to do, choosing it becomes a really powerful way to more consistently do the activities that cause success for you. Does that make sense? So my invitation for you right now is to consider, why is it important that you choose to be in this room for the next 2 hours and 45 minutes? Unless you're Trask, in which case. And so go ahead and grab your pen wherever you're taking notes, and just jot down a couple words or phrases that capture this for you. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What we're doing right now, we're reviewing a question. Why is it important that you choose to be here today? And then, Brian, in a second, I'm going to put people into breakout rooms. Put them into groups of like 3 or 4 in the, I don't know how many people you have now, but. So yeah, jot down some words or phrases. I'll give you a couple more thought joggers to think about. First of all, start selfish. Why is it important for you to choose to be here today? Right? Like, what do you want to get out of this today? You could also think, why is it important for your clients, right? For the buyers and sellers that you work with. If you improved your skills in communication and time management, what would that do for your people? How about for, like, I'm going to use the word family, but like the people you do life with or the people that depend on you? What would it do for them if you were able to improve in these areas? Oh, excellent. Hey. Who needs something to write on? Oh, perfect. Excellent. Hey, how are you?
Good.
And you are?
Kevin.
Kevin, I'm Josh. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kevin. Excellent. Jerry, here you go. I should have grabbed more. Of course, I know some of you are like digital natives.
Yeah, I'm like very good.
That's code for young. Let's see. You need one? Excellent. You could also think, like, why is it important that you choose to improve in these areas for your community?
Thank you, sir. I got my phone.
You got your phone? Yeah, understood. Like I said, digital natives, that's a... Yeah, generally the breakdown is like millennials and younger tend to find these archaic analog things just so... Although there's an interesting move that they're finding with that cohort that is starting to like really appreciate things like vinyl records and other like throwback analog things.
Whatever, we've moved on to actual cassette tapes from vinyl.
Cassette tapes.
That's the new.
Very good. Well, then I'm going to tell you, you need to get a pencil with some masking tape wrapped around it so that you can wind that cassette tape when it gets caught.
I can't wait till they go to 8 tracks.
What's that?
I can't wait till they go to 8 tracks.
Right? Interesting. I'm technically what's called the Oregon Trail generation, so it's the group right between Gen X and millennials that grew up playing Oregon Trail on an Apple IIc computer with floppy disks, the big ones like that. Excellent. All right, here's what we're going to do next. We're going to, throughout the day, we're going to be going through a learning methodology, right? And this is based on like the best that we know about how adults learn. And I'll talk maybe a little bit more about this later, is we're going to go through a series where we're going to reflect. That's what you just did. I asked you a question. You had a chance to reflect on it. Then we're going to connect with other humans. This is part of, or one way to bring in experiential learning. And so we're going to actually reflect on the conversation that we're talking about. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll share in the large group. Because that will allow any learning that comes up in your small group to then come out into the room. Again, we believe that all of us is smarter than any of us. And so when we share that wisdom, knowledge, and intelligence with each other, there's going to be a lot to learn. A couple days ago, I was in Homer teaching for the association down there. And I did a short teaching session. It was like 5-6 minutes. And I taught something, and then I said, hey, what were some of the most important things that you just heard? It was fascinating. This guy who was sitting off to my left, kind of like where Kevin is, and he responded, and I thought back about what I had just spent 5 minutes teaching on. And I did not say what this guy shared. I did not say it. Like, we can go back, we can watch the tape back, we can read the transcript. And yet, that's what he heard, that's what he learned. Right? There's this important principle, right? Like when the student is ready to teach their peers, it's often that your own learning is ready to emerge right now in this room. And something may get said that helps catalyze that helps cause that learning to like be established. But it's not necessarily like, this is what I came to teach, therefore you must learn it. Right? It's like, no, there are lessons that are coming at you all day long when you actually have time to pause, reflect, set aside time and space to choose to learn. Then those learnings are going to emerge. And so I want to encourage that. Like, don't feel like you only have to learn what's on the slides. Learn whatever may emerge in your conversations and with the people around you. So for our first connection, what we're going to do is we're going to get into groups of 3. There you are, all smiling and happy. And the first person is going to share. And that first person should take about 1 minute. So we're going to do a share for 1 minute, and just share why it's important for you to choose to be here today. What you're hoping to get out of this, what you're hoping to learn, maybe something you've already learned, I don't know. And then what we want to do is we want to do what's called reflecting. And the other 2 people in the group will take about 30 seconds each to reflect back something that they heard, something that they can appreciate. So appreciate means 2 things. It means to, like something. Oh, I really appreciate that. It also means to cause to grow, right? Like your investments appreciate in value, hopefully, right? And so we want to appreciate that. We heard something of value and we want to cause it to grow. And so we're just going to reflect back something that we value, that we appreciate, that was energizing, life-giving, something like that. Take about 30 seconds each to do that. All told, and then repeat until everybody's had a chance to go. Okay? So I'm going to share for 1 minute. Hey, this is why it's important for me to choose to be here. The other folks are going to reflect back. And then we're going to repeat that. All told, we're going to be in these groups for 8 minutes. So you have a little bit of realtor time in there. And while you're discussing this, be listening for themes or energizing ideas or new learnings that have already emerged, right, in the first 24 minutes. Okay? And then, Brian, you know how to put them in breakout rooms and do that whole thing? Or else I can come over and help you with that in just a second. You're on your own to come up with your groups of 3. I bet you can figure it out. 3, 1, 2, 3. We have about 3. There might be one group of 4. Okay? All right. Begin. Oh, yeah, when he comes back, we'll be okay. Cool.
A few moments later.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, who's in a group with someone awesome? Very good. Excellent. Excellent. So I'd love to hear from a few of you, 2, 3, 4 of you, and they're not back yet. They're still chatting, but when they get back, we'll maybe hear from them too. What were some of the things that came up in your group? What were some learnings that have already happened? What is some energizing ideas or themes that you noticed in this early conversation?
We tended to, all three of us, talk a little bit about time management and
Okay.
the whirlwind that we are in, and how to control it.
Yeah, time management and how to control the whirlwind. Yeah, very good. Very good. Interesting. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I do. I'm having some thoughts on it, and I want to, I really appreciate that. We'll maybe chat about it a little more here in a bit. Excellent. What else came up?
Procrastination.
Procrastination, like what a gift it is and how good you are at it, that sort of thing.
I want to get rid of it. Rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. Procrastination. Oh man, I'm just going to keep my notes up here. You good? Okay, cool. Excellent. Procrastination. We're going to talk about a little bit about that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Matt.
We talked about, scheduling the stuff that has to be done first because, the day gets away from you as more things pop up.
Yeah.
And then also time blocking or telling clients that you have an appointment, even if it's something like going to the dentist or your son's soccer game or whatever.
Or an important nap you want to take.
So it's as important
Yeah.
as, so it doesn't make them feel unimportant. Mm-hmm. But it's important.
100%. 100%. Yeah, we're gonna talk about 2 strategies around that today that I think are going to be immensely valuable. Yeah, so thanks for bringing that up, Matt. It's really good. Yeah. Perfect.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that little video of a recent event that I did. As you could see, it was pretty casual, but there's some key learnings that I think maybe you can draw from that. Would love for you to put in the chat what your learnings were related to watching that actual expression of opening with a question. One thing I noticed watching it back just now is how much the agenda for the class was formed by those in attendance, right? That they brought up the things that were important to them. I was able to shift a few things I was planning to teach and put more emphasis on it. Additionally, there was something I had already planned to share and to teach in the room that somebody brought up as being important to them. Because they brought it up as something important to them, we're able to deliver exactly on what they're looking to get out of the event. This is a great way to allow for that real transformation for folks. And by the way, if you do this for work, it's a great way to make sure you get hired again to come back because you're not a one and done speaker. You're someone who creates environments and experiences for people. And so every time you come, it's a different environment and a different experience. It means that you don't have a shelf life to what it is that you're sharing with an audience. You don't always have to be going out finding new clients and customers. Instead, you can continue to work with same groups over and again because you are all about creating an experience for them. So hope that helps. Try this in your next meeting or presentation. See what it feels like to open with a question and hear and learn from your audience.